Hi, Cancer. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. Oh, you know what? Oh, geez. The volume was probably so bad on the last video. I only had it at halfway. Oh, geez. I hope that they could hear me in the Leo video. Oh, I'm not very good at this technical stuff, but here we are. Anyway, Cancer. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm really sorry I'm so late with the videos. I've had a real whirlwind in my life the past while, and oh, look at this. We got cards flying out already for you, Cancer. Honestly, I think this is here, and where was that? That's there, and this is here. That's what I think. Hold on a second, Aroni. Hold, and there it is, right there. Okay. And sometimes I don't even have to be putting you. Hi, love Triber. How you doing? How's LA today? Or no, LV, I should say, Las Vegas. Is it hot? It's starting to get a little nippy around here, I can tell you. Woo! Look at that. 2 of Pentacles. They are flying out. I gotta tell you. I think there's a lot of good energy coming your way. There's a lot of opportunity for you to deal, solve, resolve anything that's going on in your life right now, because your cards are so alive. They want to get going. They want to take action. They want to come on, let's do it. Let's do it already. So let's cut these babies for my Cancer darlings out there. I like to put the energy and everything in and hold them and say your name, but sometimes you guys are just off and running. You got to wait for the green light. But I think you have one, literally. Okay, so let's start with where we are right here. So in front of me on the table, on this little map, I know you can hardly see it because it's starting to fade. Nice. That's really nice. So this is a medicine wheel in front of me, okay? And the medicine wheel is divided into 4 parts. 4 is a very sacred number. It is divided into the spirit, the emotion, the physical, and the mental. And those parts also represent directions, because there's 4 directions, 4 seasons, 4 races of man, 4 I lost it. It just went right out of there going. But anyway, you get the idea. So in the medicine wheel, all journeys begin in the east. That's where the sun rises. That represents yellow and the spirit. Okay. That's where, and love grows out of this. So anyway, then in the south, we have the emotion, and that represents youth, afternoon, and the water energy, our compassion and our tests and our challenges and our desires. Over here in the west, we have the physical, and that's about security and success, give and take, and your health. And in the north, we have the mental, which is about understanding. It's being able to get the concept now, understand the wise, and listening. It's that elder energy, that that mature approach and thought process. Anyhow, 4 is the number of stability. Exactly. That's another thing too. It's like a table with 4 legs. You cut a little bit off one leg, and the table's not as stable anymore. This needs to be an equal because we need to give to all four of these directions, right? To live in balance. And it's funny, right? In the center, you have this Two of Pentacles, and this is where you're trying to gain balance. You're trying to gain balance in your life. You see that these two things, I don't think they're getting equal amount of energy. You keep tossing from one to the other, trying to it feels like a decision to me. I feel like you have a decision to make, honestly. So let's start in the east. Where the path begins here, right? The Nine of Swords. So this is something that's bothering you. It could be something heavy, like it's causing anxiety. Also, you could have your sleep could be interrupted, disturbed because of the moon energy. I know mine has been, and a lot of people I've been talking to that I don't even know what their signs are have had a lot of disruption in their sleep, because anything that's niggling at us is niggling at us at night in our subconscious. During the day, we're trying to be productive. We're trying to distract ourselves, get things done, try and move forward in life. But at night, it gets in there and starts, so it's funny because you're beginning here with this conflict, this confusion in your mind. It kind of feels cloudy to me, like you're having a hard time sorting your thoughts, understanding. And because I think there's something to do with the heart here, and you're trying to deal with it at a mental capacity, but it's an emotional capacity thing. Anyhow, so here's where you're kind of beginning worried, from a worried point of view. As you move on through the wheel, you come to the Seven of Rods. Maybe this was what could be bothering you. Someone's trying to cross a boundary of yours. You see these two guys at odds with each other over this fence. One guy's trying to come across onto the other guys or block someone's entrance, perhaps their gate, and the other one's having none of it. They disagree. They're at odds about what they're trying to accomplish here. I think they both want something similar, but they're speaking in different languages or something like that, and it's not really going anywhere. There seems to be a lot of conflict. I feel like someone's trying to block your access to something, is what I'm feeling. Okay. And I feel also like there's something that you're trying to get done. You're trying to get finished, because I think that you've already put a lot of time and energy into it, and so there's something that you need to accomplish, finish to be able to move on. However, something or someone is preventing you from accomplishing this. It's very frustrating, I think, for you. In the physical, it's very interesting. You got the Pentacles, which is very physical, and this is about reinvesting some either your time, your energy, or finances back into what you've been working on. So there's something you've been working on for a while. You've been developing, investing your time and energy into. This could actually be land. It could be into your own physical health. It could be into some sort of investment in some way. Anyhow, it looks like you've perhaps gotten some money and are able now, you have a little bit extra that you're able to reinvest into what you were already doing or something new. You're going to decide, and you're going to put your own hard work into it, and that's what I mean by investing. It's not just money. It's your time, like every morning or and it's your energy. You know, you got to do lifting, you got to walk there, or there's something that you physically or financially need to put in, maybe both. Um, you know, and it's very fitting because this card is in the autumn, which is where we are now in the northern hemisphere anyway. And so, you know, autumn is normally the time of the harvest when we're starting to see the fruits of our labor, you know, and then we then take those seeds and replant them so that we have a new season next year. You know, that's what that's about. Putting something aside for the future kind of thing, you know. Knight of Cups. This is in the north, in the mental, in the mind, how we conceptualize something. And there's, you're really romantic in your mind. I think you're having a lot of romantic thoughts. I have to tell you, I got to tell you, I just got a little whiff of something. Okay. And I might be way off base, but I just got a whiff. The very person that you could have romantic thoughts about is the very person that's blocking your, not letting you complete they're causing some sort of an obstacle, or they're in opposition to you in some way. This could be someone you cared about already in the past. It looks like you've gotten to the 7 in relationship. You could work together, you know, and you've developed feelings. Perhaps this person is admiring you from afar, or you admire them from afar. I have a feeling it's this person. I might be off. I might be off. Especially with this 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is trying to get in balance and go purposely in one direction. And this is also too about your finances. You may have gone through a time where you've had to borrow from Peter to pay to Paul to, you know, to get stretch things a little bit. But it seems like there's some unbalanced. I think that you know, I'm also getting the feeling of it's hard to let go of something that makes us feel safe to something that is risky, that is, you know, to take a leap. You know, it's that fool energy, right? And here, we're not really wanting to leave what we've built, what we've worked for, and what makes us feel safe. And but here, there's also a yearning for something else, something new. And so, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? Something's calling you. I have a feeling. Okay. It could be a person, it could be a whole other calling for you, like of who you are, how you want to contribute to the world. Okay. But I think you got a secret admirer, and it could be the very person that you're at odds with. Okay. Which would be like a shocker of shockers. You'd be like, that person, you know, as much as they get on your nerves, you might uh might be sparking something at the same time. I don't know. Anyway, or what, the person you could be in disagreement could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They could be younger than you too. Um, but mm, I don't know. It also could be an air sign. It looks like we have the King of Swords, Judgment, and the 3 of Pentacles in the recent past. So the King of Swords, I'm going to tell you, this person, it could be male or female. It could be air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But this person is very sure of themselves. They feel very confident in the decisions and the what they've come to know and believe. Okay. They're extremely observant. Look at all these different birds, and they can see things from many different levels. Okay. They're highly communicative, but they could be very serious. There's very spiritual people, but it doesn't always show. It doesn't always show. Um, but they've learned a lot of lessons about truth, dignity, integrity, communication. I think they're very observant. They could be really good listeners at this time in their lives. They could be older. This is the king. He's learned all the lessons. It could be someone more mature, someone older than you. This could also be you, Cancer, in the King of Swords energy. Really solid on how you view things. You've been keeping an eye on the whole different picture, all the different levels, and are coming to your own conclusions. And I don't think you feel the need to convince anybody else or anything like that. But you're very confident in what you know and your ideals. So look at that too. I forgot to mention this is also a very sensitive person. They don't seem like it, but look at all these very delicate flowers here. Sitting in this beautiful. He looks like a kind of a tough guy. If you watch Survivor, and you know who Ozzy is, he's kind of like this Ozzy looking guy, but he's got this real serious side and wise, smart, uses his intellect to make decisions. Okay. So, anyhow, a lot of mental clarity. And then the judgment. And the judgment is being able to release um well, for one thing, it's like the release here enables you to get to the world. Okay. And the world is where you go through the doorway, and you close that old one and enter that new one, right? But here is the release, because before we can enter the new chapter, we need to release something here in the old. Okay. And usually, with every situation, everything that we try to accomplish in relationships and jobs and everything in life, there's something we learn, some sort of lesson here. And so, oh, hi, Laluz from Norway. Oh, how do you like that? I bet your weather is quite different than Las Vegas. Sagittarius reading that is coming up in a few days. Give me a few days, but thank you for joining me today. This is going to give you a lot of freedom. Whatever this is that you've been hanging on to, whether it's an attitude, a belief, it could be, you could be maturing, just simply maturing, and you could be evolving into a new life cycle responsibility. So when we go from, in our young 20s, and now we've gotten into a relationship and we're going to start a family. So that is an evolution. That's a growth period in a new cycle. And so you've closed the cycle of being the kid, the irresponsible. Well, they're young and they don't get excuses. And now you have the responsibilities of another person and a household, and it's so totally different. Well, this is the kind of big friggin' change I'm talking about. Like, you're going from one to another, but you're ready for it. You're ready for it and you're welcoming it. But first, you needed to do this. Let go of that whatever it is. Okay. It may not be a big, terrible thing either. The cards suggest that it could be something real deep. And it's also allowing you to take a little bit of that with you too. A little bit of that youthful spirit still with you. We don't want to get too old, and too serious, right? So anyhow, and then you have the Three of Pentacles. So I like that the Three of Pentacles here, okay? Because here we are reinvesting, right? And this Three of Pentacles is about contributing to something. Could be with to a couple other people. There could be more than two. It's suggesting a group, right? And threes are where we take the idea and the plan, and we now start to manifest. We start to make something. Here's the pattern for that knitted sweater. Well, I'm going to go and get the wool and get the needles and sit down and watch the $6 million man tonight, and I'm going to knit me some mittens. And so when you sit down with your knitting and your needles and you start, that's the three. That's the manifesting, the actual knitting, making it from the things you gathered together from the plan. I know I use really crazy examples, but I'm trying to So here, this one's a macrame. I like it's macrame. And it's something you could be leaving your mark here. All right. This is something that has a lot of potential, and it is also something that you could be contributing on. Like you could be the artist and the other person is the financial person and the other person is the one that the marketing, you know what I mean? That you need these other people. They need you. You all need each other to complete the buying together. So this could be a job. It could be, I feel it's development of some sort. You're developing something here. All right. It could be a whole new career too. I feel like you still could be on a learning curve, possibility, a learning curve in this situation. And it's funny that I used an example of you going from being a single person to now being in a family and having a kid. Well, here you've gone from a single to a triple. So very possible. Just saying. Sometimes I know things without knowing I know them, and I just say them off the cuff, and someone says, "Well, actually, I am getting into a relationship." And I said, "Oh, I didn't know. I just was like making up that example, So it's cold there. What's the temperature, just out of curiosity, right now? And where in Norway are you? I'm a geography major. Well, one of my 10 majors and minors. And I like to know exactly where you are on the map. I know my maps really well. I'll probably know the airport code too, because we had to memorize those. My airport code is YKG, where I am. Everything in every airport in Canada begins with a Y. Every single one. The code, anyway. Not that you care. Unless you're flying to Canada. All right. So now in the present, look at this. Look. Isn't it funny, eh? Because I just said to you, you're being called, and this is the calling card. The Judgment is the calling card. You being called now to step up, to move forward, to merge into the new, whatever it is that represents to you, you're being called. And I can tell you for sure, because you got it again. You got it again. Look at her. See her looking out that window. She's longing for something new. She's longing to create and expand and manifest. And because there's something about your surroundings now that bore you, that don't stimulate you anymore in whatever way, whether it's creatively, mentally, I don't know. But and so you're needing something new. It's strong. Um, um, like everything's gone direct now, all the planets say. So there's a lot of drive to get things done because we were stunted for so long. And it's like, oh my God, we could do things now. But anyway, I get too far ahead of myself. So, Ace of Cups, the Tower, and the Two of Wands. I think, because here is the beginning. And this is about being open. All right. This Ace of Cups is about being open to loving energy. All right. It's about being open to receiving abundance in all forms. All right. Because there's a lot of things that give us joy. This could be the beginning of a new relationship, or, with the Tower here, I think you've got a surprise coming in, something that's going to shock you, but I think this is a really good surprise. To tell you the truth, I think it's going to be the firecracker under your rear end that gets you out that door and moving on with your plan. Remember, I said the 3 is when you're finally knitting. Well, you bought the wool and you bought the needles and they're sitting there, but until you start actually knitting, that's manifesting. That's, making something out of the thought and the plan. And so this Tower, because you're ready, and you're obviously ready here with the Ace, the Judgment. You got so many cards that says you're ready. This Tower could be something to do with this 7 of Rods down here. That's something that is upsetting you, like it's your buttons are being pushed or something. And sometimes I have a friend, okay, her name is Stephanie, and she does all this EBT work, and it's called emotional brain training. And so when she gets mad, or, her buttons are being pushed and she thinks, she'll stop herself and she'll say, okay, what am I feeling here? All right, I'm feeling mad because he's going over my boundaries. I'm feeling sad that he doesn't respect me. And so she starts to examine all these things and she lets herself feel them. And then you can move on. But if we deny feeling things, deny our own, what's going on here, then it just comes back and repeats itself. But when we say, okay, wait a minute, why am I so upset about this? What is really bothering me about this? You might have to have a little cry. You might have to write out something to get it out. Because when we hold on to things, we carry all this load on our shoulders. We're all tense and we carry it into our sleep. So it's so much better to experience it. All right. And so anyhow, this shock is going to release you from your confines. The Tower sets in that bolt to lightning, and notice all the butterflies, and causes the change that you needed, that you wanted, because you feel confined somehow. Look at, she's in this house, which to her is like a cage. She wants to be out there. She wants to be exploring, doing, making, creating, but she's not. So something happens that lights that firecracker and pushes you into that action. I think it's going to push you into the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So then in the future, what's coming in, more mid-November, you have the Ace of Swords. So another ace, King, Ace, Ace. 2 doors opening, okay? Ace of Swords, 4 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. I think that you're going to learn a truth, or there's something you realized, okay? Um, you know, I like this picture a lot because sometimes we have to go down a long way into ourselves, right? And you did back here in the judgment. We do deep, deep digging here. We go into the cave and we inspect our feelings and our stuff, right? And so sometimes we got to go a long way down to finally see the light. And this is what you've done. You're at a time of clarity. All right. You also, I think, have a more peaceful approach, perhaps. You want to start again. This could be in your communications. Could be also sometimes the Ace of Swords is a document. There's something official here. But I got to say that, I think with the judgment, what you're able to let go of finally release, when you did that, okay, it's enabled you to start healing because you weren't able to start healing until you released whatever this is, this anchor, this thing that you were dragging around, the belief, the um attitude, perhaps, who knows what that was, or maybe just immaturity. You've gone through a growth cycle, but anyway, I think that you're able to heal from it now finally, and I think it's been a long time coming. Okay. um a lot of times we try and take what we think is a quicker route or an easier route, and it ends up being longer and harder. And so when we go and just decide straight in to deal with it, get her done, and it's dealt with, finally for good. So healing. And also you could be in some sort of I think you're ready to get back out into the world, the work world. You're ready to compete. I think you have a lot of great ideas. I can see that you're ready. Look at here. You're ready. You want to get out there. You want to compete. I'm just as good as any of them people. I can build, I can paint, I can sing, whatever it is you do, man. You can do it just as good as anybody else. You have just as good as ideas as anybody else. You could really thrive in a competitive environment. But the thing is I'm telling you that you're getting ready to get back out there. You could have been in isolation or kind of perhaps doing things that kept you away from the world, like you were able to work in isolation. Well, a lot of us have. We've been working from home now, but I think we're going to be going back to work now, having to deal with each other. And there could be some minor conflict there, right? Because we all want our idea, our thing to be the one that's picked. Like it's and but the thing about this 5 of Wands I want to point out is all these people are working individually to win. But if you work together as a team, understanding that each one has an important part to play or input to give, then you might actually get somewhere a lot faster and maybe a lot better. The idea, like the feeding the, you can always improve recipes, they say, right? So this is what I'm saying. It's about contributing to something together. I have a feeling you haven't been part of a team in a long time. Neither have I, to tell you the truth. Anyhow, so it's saying that you're really preparing yourself, you're getting ready, And you definitely are needed out there. I can tell that your skills are needed here because you could have something unique that you do. But anyway, okay, so that's it for the tarot. I'm going to push these all together. We're going to get rid of those because I can't have all these cards on here when I bring out the playing cards. It's just too distracting. And we're going to bring out the old Cartomancy now. Oh my God. Okay, look at the bottom of this deck. The world. Didn't I tell you? That's where you were heading. But you got to release that and you're ready for the whole new chapter, which I think is going to be really beautiful for you. I think you're going to be highly energetic, like highly energized is what I should say. That's not the bottom card. That was already there. I kind of picked those up in the wrong way, but so Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. I have these lovely, beautiful roses today on my cards. I'm attracted to pink lately. Cancer. October to November 2021. Tell me for my Cancer, what do they need to know? What do they need to know right now to help them along on their path, journey? Well, they really need some shuffling, I guess. I think this. Oh my God, look at Nine of Hearts. So this is like the Nine of Cups. It's the wish card. It's a yes. It's emotional fulfillment. Like feeling really happy, really good things are going your way. I am ecstatic. I love when that comes up for people because it's very exciting. A lot of plus. It's a pro for sure. All right, in this Cartomancy, I make 7 piles of 3 cards. I go around 3 times, so there's 3 cards in each pile. And I deal them out face down, but right side up. And I turn them over as I get to them. Oops. There we go. I start with this pile here. Oops, this pile here. And this is where you are now at the present time. Okay. You have the Jack of Spades, the Five of Spades, and the Ace of Hearts. I think like this is really nice because you I think that you could have been going through some trouble, a difficult time, feeling some loss. You could have been going through a difficult time with a young person or felt like I think there was someone around you that was trouble. And I think you could have been trying to help them, but it was pulling you down. You were pulling yourself down. We can't blame other people, right? We can't put that on. We make our own choices. We're adults. But by staying in this environment, it was making you swirl down instead of swirl up. And but now you're seeing it. You're seeing it. I don't think you saw it before for some reason because you were too much in nurturing mode or help mode or something. And I don't think you saw it before, but I think you're seeing it now. And now you're starting to swirl up. It could have brought you down to a low place too, where you felt bad about yourself too. Like I said, swirling down, it doesn't do anything good for you. But the Ace of Hearts, there could be something new home. You could be moving to a new place or just got a new place. You could be moving back home to the family. You also could be moving to a farm where there's horses or some sort of 4-legged animals. and also indication of this could be someone in the family that was causing the trouble. It could have been to do with family or something. And it's almost like they were trying to unravel something, but it isn't working. People create their own karma that comes back to them when they do that. And so, but it's not working because I think you're protected for some reason. There could be an ancestor you have in the spirit world that is watching out for you. I got to tell you something really cool right now. I hope I don't cry. I hope I don't cry. I'm already feeling it. Oh, oh, okay. All right, I got it under control. So my a relative of mine went to see a medium, and the medium told her messages from my sister to me. They said, "You've got to tell Lynn this." And what they told her to tell me was that my sister has the responsibility now of watching out for me. She has to watch out for me and protect me and help me from up there because she's passed on, my sister. And my sister was right mean when she was around with me. She was always trying to unravel everything in my life. But now in the spirit world, she's got to look out for me because of what she did. If you don't get your karma here, you're going to get it there. Okay? So anyway, I just thought, and so someone in the up there, your ancestor, your spirit world is looking down, protecting you, watching out for you, taking care of you. And that's because the ancestor thing, like I said, it could be family or home here. Could be to do with family or home. Anyhow, coming in the next week or so, you have the Jack of Diamonds, the Nine of Clubs, and the Seven of Hearts. The Jack of Diamonds is a message. This is about the workplace, where you work, the site. All right. You may have a meeting. This is some sort of communication. Could be a letter, a document of some sort. You may have to go to the work site to sign something. You might get a letter from the work site. This is something that's going to be good news. Remember back here in this competition card, the Five of Wands? I'm wondering if you're winning a competition here. I think there's some sort of success for you here at a job site. Okay. Oh, geez. I also like how no matter how these piles start, they end in red, because the beginning of the story starts here and then it moves on, and this is how it unfolds, and this is ending in red, which is positive, which is glass full, and this one too over here. Here we have all red all the way. Eight of Diamonds, Three of Hearts, and the Six of Hearts. So this is money talk. Money talk. Okay, I'm getting a family feeling again here. I got to tell you, Cancer, I'm getting a family feeling again. It could be who you're partnered with, your partner, or actual family. Okay. Okay, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit curious. I'm wondering if someone may have passed on, and there could be. Oh, look behind me! You can see Cub outside. Cub is the other dog that lives here. I'm wondering if because this is money talk about you and others. It seems to be fair. It seems to be fairly something fair about it. I also got to tell you, I feel like there's being relationships repaired. All right. I think where there could have been some distance, some estrangement, some issue perhaps in the past, and I can see it here in the other piles too, that this is being repaired. This is seen in a different light. And it could have something to do with that judgment of being able to let go of old attitudes or beliefs or traditions or something, and not hold that stuff, right? This is really nice, beautiful, growing joy, abundance, and it's all because of you. You've got really nice positive talk, loving talk. Um, you know, definitely about and you're probably thinking about all this, you're realizing perhaps that you need it to start from you. Okay, so whatever I do is going to ripple out to whoever's around me and whatnot, right? And so you want to ripple positive, you want to ripple good, and this is what you're thinking, and I think it's what you're starting to put into practice, because Ace of Diamonds are communication, they're speaking, and this is sparkling. This is sparkling, and it's positive, and it's what you're rippling, what you want to ripple. Okay, it's really nice, really nice. And it's so nice, what a nice change from all of the possible things we could have to talk about and think about in the world right now. I really like that you're putting out this love, this positive vibe. It's going to ripple back to you. I just want you to know that it's going to ripple back to you. Ha ha ha. Look at that. It's another 6 and a 3. So where are we? In your work pile, this is your actual work pile, you have the 6 of diamonds, the 3 of diamonds, and the 9 of spades. There is some sort of, there could be a health issue at work. I'm wondering if there's some sort of health issue. You might be down to only half of the tasks that you normally do, or half of I feel like you can't do as much as you were doing before. Could be a mental capacity, a physical capacity. You're not able to invest as much. However, I think that I think you're still getting the same amount of pay for some reason. You could be getting the same amount of pay, or still getting paid because of an injury, or getting paid because of a health thing somehow. I don't know. I hope I'm not too far off here. You never know, when you're doing these videos, you just hope you're reaching a few of the people out there. I hope this is resonating for some of you. Okay, so this is your exterior energy, your the what's happening outside of you. Okay, Queen of Hearts, Jack of Hearts, Ace of Spades. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's either you don't have feelings for this person anymore. I don't think you could have been lovesick over someone, so in love, or they love sick for you, so in love that it's come to an end anyway. All right, there's something here that's come to an end. This is with a Queen of Hearts. So the Queen of Hearts is either the person of our desire, male or female, or is it a blue-eyed person? Okay, if there's no one blue-eyed in your life, then this is the person that you got googly eyes for. All right. And I know because this is the Jack of Hearts, this is Cupid, but be careful because this person, Cupid, can be a player. Cupid, a Jack of Hearts, I should say, can be a player. They come in and they're like young and suave, and they got all the right words and all the right moves, and then they swing out just as fast as they swung in. Okay, so just be a little bit careful, because I think whatever they are, if they've been in your life or you just entered, they're going to be short-lived. All right. The other thing is too is that there could be someone around you, Cancer, that you're very, very, very close to, that could something is coming to an end for them. It could be their marriage. It could be, but it's like it's devastating if it's not someone you're involved with. All right. So, this is the foundation. And the foundation is the 9 of diamonds, the Ace of Diamonds, and the Jack of Clubs. So here, this is ambition. You could be there, you could be signing something. I'm getting the feeling, what I'm feeling like, it feels like a lease or something, like a lease, like a to rent a property to run your business in, like a commercial lease, perhaps. It could be like a document to yeah, like I feel like there's some sort of negotiation going on here. And it could be with a friend. You could be renting this place from a friend, renting it with a friend, signing it with this person, something to do with a friend. Okay. I got to tell you, you have a lot of young energy in your cards. There could be a lot of young people around you. It could be your kids, someone else's kids, people just in the neighborhood, like in your community, maybe. There's a lot of youth. The only adult that has showed up here is the Queen of Hearts. Everyone, it's all very, very youthful, feels almost irresponsible, some of it. Hi, Ara, how you doing, darling? On this fine day, I was going to audition for a play, and you had to have a strong Southern U.S. accent. So I was starting to say everything I said. Look, it doesn't even sound very good right now. I was practicing everything because I was going to audition for it. Oh, geez. Okay, so your surprise. This you do not expect, even though I'm telling you. You're probably going to have it all in your head. Oh, it's this. I know what that is, but it ain't. So anyhow, Queen of Clubs, 6 of Spades, Ace of Clubs. Now, the Queen of Clubs is usually a brown or a hazel-eyed woman. This woman is crafty. She's creative. She's she's very expansive. She likes to take something and make it grow into something else. She's probably very good communicator, independent too, perhaps. All right. So anyway, there looks like there could be some steps backwards. All right, some steps back. with something that you're trying to initiate. Like you're trying to initiate, but there could be delays or or there could have been delays. So something that could have had a lot of delays, like every time you go to make a move, to take a step, to get it taken to a next level, you come up against a block, a barrier, like I said. But I think all of a sudden the door is going to open and all barriers are going to be down, or they're going to start dropping. I feel like all of them are just going to be gone, out of the blue. Okay. I also think you could get an opportunity for a contract. I'm really seeing contract a lot here, or a lease, or a because it's something about what you're doing for work, the business or something like that. But I feel like there could have been some delays or some steps backwards before you could move forward again, before the way was clear. It just wasn't perhaps it was timing too. It just wasn't the right time. So, and you're going to know. I also, I want to tell you, you have every single ace, every single one. Okay. You have 1, 2, 3. You have all 4 nines as well. Okay. And all those nines and all those aces equal 10, and they also equal 1. All right. So you're definitely closing a cycle, a life chapter. I feel like there was something about it that could have been a bit of a soul or spirit killer in what you had to go through sometime in it. But now you're releasing that and you're ready to be open to abundance in all forms. I just see it. You have every ace. You are ready to accept, okay, and to receive. If you could actually say that out loud to the universe, to your ancestors, to whoever your spirit guide is, say it out loud. Universe, creator, I am ready to receive abundance in all forms. I'm ready to receive joy and security and stability and love, and add to it whatever you want. Add, you go on for an hour if you want, but say it out loud, because that's how you manifest. It has to be out loud. That's the key. The key. And be descriptive as you can, because be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. So you want to make sure it's exactly what you want. Try and describe it. Try and be specific, but also not controlling, not manipulating. Being open to just saying, I'm open to opportunities, solutions, creator, spirit. All right. And because, I can see you have a yes. It was the very first card that jumped out in your cartomancy. The way is becoming clear. You are going, it's smoothing out. It's smoothing out, and you're going to get what you want. You're going to get what you want. I'm really, really happy for you, Cancer. I hope this resonates for you. I'm sorry about all the difficulties you have to do, but sometimes, there's a storm before, the beautiful day that brings us all the lovely flowers and growth and everything in life that we get to enjoy. So there you go. Like, share, and subscribe if you do enjoy this video. I appreciate your comments. I love your comments, and I read all of them. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for your patience too. I really appreciate it. I love you. Okay, bye, babies.